Good evening. We are some hours later and I have until now only glued like these two. Because of the drying time we had to wait every time like 3 hours. In the meanwhile I did other things. And now we are at the point that we are going to make the little strips of wood which are going to be in between to complete the panel. One there, here and one here. This one already I've made fit, so that one can be glued into place, and like that I can glue now one. It's almost 8 o'clock and I will glue this one into place, and 3 hours later when it's almost midnight, I can glue the other one. That will be this one. Now I will show you how to make them fit exactly, how to make them fit like very well. What I do is I just take the long piece. I already took the liberty to plane the back, which was very rough wood. I planed it and I place it just like this. In fact, it's not difficult. And I place it like this, position it like that, and then I mark where I see that it has to be cut off. I make that it is even everywhere. Then I mark here as accurately as possible. So it's marked now. Now I take my little square and we transfer that line to both sides. Okay, once we have transferred that line, we can take a fine teethed saw and saw off at the right side of the line. If this is the piece we want, we have to saw at this side from the line. In order to make it fit, I will use a piece of scrap wood, a block, and I position our little strip of wood here, and with a metal file and putting my finger like this to have more control, I go only make movements in one direction. Like this. Like this, you can also control whether you're working square. Like this, you can see if you're working square. And then we try fit it to to see if it's already fitting, and it's almost like fitting. I see. Only there's a little bit left. Very carefully, in only one direction, we move our file. Why not in two directions? Because then you are risking to make it round. That's what they told me. And so I just, before I used to file in two directions, and you have less control. It's like almost fitting, a little bit too hard. Yeah, still, we don't want it to have a huge gap, but it shouldn't be too difficult to put it into place either. Still too hard to insert. No, still too much material. Now it fits well. Without too much effort, we can put it into place. What we are going to do now, there's still a rough cut from the saw, from the hand saw here, and we need to plane that part. We do it by clamping it onto this thing here. I'll do the same with the other one, so that it is ready to be glued into place when it's midnight before sleeping. That one is ready to be glued afterwards. Now we will do this one. We'll do this one. And I notice, as this is recuperation material, there's some plaster here still, which I'm going to sand away now. We can use a spatula. Because later it will be harder to remove such imperfections. It's easier to do it now. Okay, and as we did in the first video, what I do is I put them into place where they have to be roughly to locate its location, and I mark the interior corner side in order to know where to apply some glue on the plywood. I'm going to apply glue on both sides, as you might have noticed by now. And now we can start with applying glue. White PVA glue, wood glue, water based. And I apply a thin layer of this glue on both sides. Not too much, not too little. A thin layer. Okay. Now we can press it into place. And the pencil line, mark line with pencil, is a good reference to know where it has to stop, more or less. Yes, and as we made it fit quite well, firmly, it Doesn't move too much now, I know this as well, which is a good advantage, which is a plus. Then we start in the middle and gently put some pressure on it, not too much, because then it would start to move because of the glue. And then I put one little clamp at each corner. And all excess glue, which is now starting to squeeze out, we try to remove as much as possible of that glue before it would dry. And then upside down, I put these ones in between. Now we will wait like 3 hours, and in about 3 hours we'll take those clamps off and glue this one. And tomorrow it will be the glue hardened out, and we can start to assemble the sides to the bottom and the back. I am not very sure if I should reinforce the back as well. I am still hesitating, thinking about it. I might as well reinforce the back as well. It would look nicer. It would look nicer when it has this frame, but the weight will be a little bit more. Not too much, but still a little bit. So we leave this to dry 3 hours now, and in about 3 hours we can glue the next one, but I won't show you that because it's the same way. And tomorrow I will show you the assembling of the sides. Thanks for watching. Good luck.